anything with that. Well, listen, excuse me. I'm not going to let you accuse me of committing criminal activity. I am not going to take that. I am not going to take that. So you should, you want to have a civil conversation, that's one thing. Try to say that I'm letting, that guy was Baker acted. He should have been ruled ineligible, but they didn't involuntarily commit him, and so they weren't. No. There is the truth. There is something about the truth. It's not everyone doesn't have their own truth. No. You don't get to come here and blame me for some madman. That is not appropriate, and I'm not going to accept it. Yeah. Oh, that is nonsense. That is such nonsense. We've done more to support law enforcement in this state than anybody and throughout the United States. Our crime rate in Florida is at a 50-year low. We have enacted policies so that people have a chance to live in safety. We have attracted people to come to this state in large part because we've had a commitment to public safety. So the notion that somehow we're not supportive of safety is absurd. And we've put our money where our mouth is. We've put support behind policies to hold people accountable who hurt other people. You haven't seen us releasing people from prison. When they hurt, when you do the crime, you do the time. Yes.
What role do you believe that public officials should play in breaking down forbidden, perceived, or not perceived, regardless of political ideology? What role do you believe public officials should play in trying to break some of that down?
Well, I think that, some of the issues that we're talking about here, I mean, Tia, when she was talking about what she was doing, standing up for her kids, she was attacked. Because somehow she can't have that position based on how she looks. That is wrong to say that. You treat people as individuals. You want to lift people up as individuals, and that's how people should be judged. And on these issues, on all this, you know who the mandates hurt the most? It did not hurt the rich laptop class. They liked working in their pajamas, right? It hurts people who had to actually show up to work in order to earn that paycheck. And those are the people we stood up for in Florida when nobody was willing to do it. So doing what's right and doing what's best for folks to be able to make the most of their God-given ability, that's what we stand for, and that's what we've got to do.
Okay, I'm going to give a shout out to Forbes magazine for this story. Now, what you just heard, now the Black Floridian confronted Governor Ron Desantis about, accusing him basically for allowing people to hunt down black people in that state. Now, I'm not going that far, but all the policies that Ron DeSantis has passed in that state has confirmed his question. For example, when you pass a law banning CRT, which is critical race theory, when you ban protests, that's like when it comes to racial injustice in that state, you couldn't even walk down the street protesting with the Trayvon Martins, et cetera, et cetera. And by the way, he brought the Trayvon Martin situation up in 2012, with the Stand Your Ground law. When remember George Zimmerman shot and deleted Trayvon Martin, a 17-year-old kid at that time, basically just stalking him, harassing him, even though one of the police dispatchers told him not to go after him, but he did it anyway. And basically, because of that Stand Your Ground law, George Zimmerman is free today. But then, when you see Ron DeSantis and his policies and how blacks in Florida doesn't trust Ron DeSantis, And so when the black Floridian, the black man confronted Ron Desantis about this, you see him like talking over him, and you see all his staff came to him, and then they had to escort him out of the press conference. Oh, you didn't see that part, but that happened. Now, this is mainly the reason why I don't know if Ron DeSantis' re-election is next year or the year after, but it shows you that Ron DeSantis cannot govern the state of Florida. Now, majority of the press conference is white Floridians. We know that. That's why you see them, had a standing ovation, clapping and everything else. But a black Floridian even had a point. Basically, I didn't want to go that far that Ron DeSantis is going to allow these people hunting black people. But at the same time, it's his policies are the reason why black people in Florida feel some type of way against him. So you have to think about how fair this is when it comes to stand your ground law in the state of Florida. You notice that basically we already know it's for white people, Caucasian people, because black people in the state of Florida that use that same stand your ground law, didn't have the right justice like they does with white Floridians. Let's just keep it real. And this is mainly the reason why this brother is confronting Ron DeSantis at that press conference. So you see, black people in Florida ain't stupid. They know the equality of policies that goes in the state of Florida. How they banning CRT, how they banning protests that allow black people who's when it comes to Trayvon Martin and other injustices in the state of Florida, that people have a right to protest. Ron DeSantis decided not to have that. He decided to ban that as well. So all these policies that Ron DeSantis is passing is really driving a lot of black Floridians. They're very upset. They're very frustrated. So a lot of people are now saying that this is mainly the reason why that, Ron DeSantis is basically a white supremacist, et cetera, because of the policies he passed for the state of Florida. Y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments.